upset by Central State 75-73. Other games in the conference tonight look like this. Cameron tonight at at Abilene Christian, Eastern New Mexico at East Texas, and West Texas at Texas A&I. We will try to get scores from those games a little bit later on. And we are ready to go. Central State in their gold road uniforms with the blue and white trim. The Rams, of course, in their home white with the blue and gold trim. Tim Howard against Bobby Harris. And we're ready for basketball tonight on KTEO. Glad to have you with us. And we certainly wish you were here. Tip is controlled by the ASU Rams. Chuck Phelps out to Darrell Collins. Central goes quickly to our man defense. Over to Phelps, now back to Collins. Collins on the left wing, back over to Phelps. Baseline goes to Tim Howard. Howard back to Phelps in the left wing. Into the paint, here's Mason, top of the key, pops it. Chris Mason opens up the scoring, 2-0 Rams. Here comes Central State, kept Heinrichs down the floor. Remember, Central likes to bomb it. And pass over to McDonald, and McDonald takes steps with it. So there's your first turnover of the game. It goes against Central State. Broncos are coming off a win over Southeastern Oklahoma. They lost to Eastern New Mexico last Monday, 119-104 on their home floor. Howard with the ball for the Rams. Now feed it into Phelps, top of the key, and Phelps is fouled before he can go to the hoop. The foul will be on Chris McDonald. That'll be his first, team foul number 1. The Rams will take possession underneath the Bronco basket. Rams are in first place in conference play. They have a 1-game lead over Texas A&I, who is hosting West Texas tonight. Phelps to inbound, up high to Darrell Collins. Collins with the ball, center. Now goes to Phelps, left wing, in underneath the Darrell Collins, back outside. Here is Tim Howard from the right corner. In and out, no good. Rebound brought down by Bobby Harris for Central State. Harris out to Chris McDonald. McDonald down the floor quickly. Will drive the right baseline. Blocking foul on Chuck Phelps. And Phelps will draw his first foul. Team foul number 1 on the ASU Rams. 19:06 first half. 2-0 Angelo State. And it'll be Central's ball. Inbound to Streller. 3-point try on the way. No good. Rebound battled for. Harris comes down with the ball. Now give it out to Kelvin McCain. Back into Harris, left side. Now here's McDonald. Goes into the paint. Up for a shot. Hits it, and he's fouled. Chuck Phelps will draw his second foul very quickly. And Central State will go to the basket. Try a 3-point play as Chris McDonald got the basket in. And now we'll try to add the free throw. McDonald is a 67% free throw shooter, 78% in conference play. He'll try to give Central State the lead. McDonald is ready. Free throw is up and is no good. The rebound out to Bobby Darnell. 2-2 our score, 18:49 to go, first half of play. Down the floor, here's Darrell Collins, right side. Tim Howard, right corner. Back to Darrell Collins. Collins, Phelps, top of the key. In and out, no good. Rebound, Chris Mason, left baseline. Pops it. Mason makes it 4-2. Chris is already hot. That was a fall away. Now the other way, Streller. 3-point try off the mark. Battle for the board. It is brought down and still on the floor. McDonald comes up with it. His pass is deflected, and Mason comes down with it for the Rams. Out to Darrell Collins. Collins quickly down the floor. Chuck Phelps, right corner. Phelps back to Mason, top of the circle. He'll go left side. Now Collins goes to the baseline. Tim Howard at the left corner. He'll shoot the 3-pointer. It won't fall. Rebound brought down by Central State. Bobbled around, and finally, Central State comes down with it. Scott Streller has it on the left wing. Will hold up and give it to Kip Heinrichs as Heinrichs crosses the dime line. Heinrichs calls the play for Central State. Now it goes to the left wing against Darrell Collins. To the baseline. Here is Harris. Turnaround, and check that. It's Kelvin McCain, and McCain hits the 15-foot turnaround. 4-4, 17:42 to go. We expect a high-scoring game out of this one today. The last time they played, it was 98-82. Collins now to Mason, left wing. Mason holds the ball, now goes back to Collins. Collins on the right side. As Central now following the ball and leaning heavily towards the ball. That could open up some open shots later. Feed it into Phelps, top of the key, back out to Howard, right baseline. Now to Collins. Collins to Mason, left side open from 22. In and out, no good. Phelps with the board, in the paint, turnaround. It won't fall. This time Scott Streller with the board. Out to Chris McDonald. McDonald, long pass, goes to Harris. Harris off the glass, banks it in. Bobby Harris makes it 6-4. And Central State now on top. Here are the Rams with the ball. Phelps gives it to Darrell Collins in the forecourt. Back to Phelps, right wing. Chuck Phelps with the dribble. Now feed it in underneath Mason from Bobby Darnell. Missed the layup. Howard tipped it up. No good. The rebound out to Central State. That was a great play from Bobby Darnell to Mason, but he couldn't get the layup to go in. Heinrichs goes to the baseline. Now to Streller from the left wing, and Streller pops it. Streller with 2, and it's 8-4. Central State has a 4-point lead. Central's been playing some pretty good basketball. As we said, they're only 3-6 in conference. They have beaten, I will check that in a moment. Howard with the ball. Now Phelps, now Collins. Darrell Collins, now to Mason, left side. Mason with a dribble. Feed it in the paint, Chuck Phelps. Phelps goes back outside, now to Mason. They've beaten Cameron. They've beaten West Texas. They've beaten Abilene Christian in conference play. Ball turned over as the Rams can't get to it. Now the other way, here is a shot up and no good by Chris McDonald. Rebound, Bobby Darnell. Out to Darrell Collins. Collins quickly down the floor, but Central State is waiting for him. Now give it Chuck Phelps, right wing to the corner. Goes to Howard. Now Phelps, 22-footer. Off the mark, no good. Rebound out to Streller for Central State. He passes it down to McDonald. McDonald, right baseline. Stripped of the ball, goes out of bounds. And it will go to Central. Down to the ball game, John Thompson in for the Rams. Eric Rumpf will check in for Central State. Phelps will come out. Also in for Central State is Scott De La Garza. Out of the ball game, Chris McDonald and Kip Heinrichs. So Central immediately goes to a smaller lineup. De La Garza into Rumpf. Three-pointer on the way, off the mark. Rebound, Central State. And ball goes outside to McCain. McCain, De La Garza now to Rumpf from the right corner. Rumpf outside De La Garza's center. Left side, Streller. Streller left baseline. We have a whistle and a pushing foul away from the play. And it's against the Rams. Bobby Darnell is upset with the call. The call, though, is against Chris Mason. His first, team foul number 3. 8-4, Central State. Inbound into Streller for the reverse layup. It's 4 for Streller, 10-4, Central State with a 6-point lead. They run off 8 in a row. Collins down the floor for Angelo State. Goes to Mason left side, now left corner, Tim Howard. Back to Chris Mason. Mason now to Collins, top of the circle. Collins now into the paint. Bobby Darnell, his turnaround is good. Darnell with a 5-foot jumper, 10-6. Darnell's first point of the ball game. The other way, Streller now gives it to De La Garza. De La Garza with the ball, goes to the right wing. Collins on him, now turns around. Feed the ball to the left side. Rumpf, 21-footer is good. Eric Rumpf averages 6 points a game. He just hit half of it right there. 13-6. Mercy me. Rumpf, by the way, is a 40% free throw, a three-point shooter. 13-6, Central State. Thompson to Tim Howard. He puts a three-pointer up and hits it. Howard from the left side matches it. 13-9. Howard's first point of the ball game. Left side, here's Harris. Three-pointer won't fall. Rebound out to Streller. Streller left baseline. Whistle foul. We have a whistle and a foul. That's what we have. Robert Jones will come over and tell us what the call is. Foul is on Tim Howard. His first, team 4. Now substitutions. Chris Simple in for the Rams. Scott Streller back in for Central. Howard will come out briefly. Ball on the floor, so Central will inbound from underneath the Ram basket. De La Garza, right, stolen away. John Thompson intercepted the pass and stolen away from Eric Rumpf. Out to Collins. Collins out to Thompson, top of the circle. Back to Collins. Three-pointer on the way. Off the mark. Rebound. Brought down by Central State as Harris. Long pass down to De La Garza. De La Garza missed the layup, and Collins came down with the board. Collins out to John Thompson. Over to Chris Mason. Left baseline. Off the glass. Got it. 13-11. Rams trail by 2. It's a pretty sharp defense and great offense. De La Garza, left wing to the baseline. Goes to McCain. McCain, 18-footer, pops it. Calvin McCain with 4 points, 15-11. Central back by 4. Collins will bring it down the floor for the Rams as they'll slow it up a little. They don't want to play Central's running game, but they will if they have to. They want to play their physical game. Thompson has it in the left wing. Thompson now goes to Simple. Thompson, 22-footer, in and out, won't fall. Rebound, tipped up once, tipped up twice. Mason, fall away, got it. And had about 3 offensive rebounds that time, and Mason made it count. Going the other way, almost stolen away. John Thompson put a hand out, didn't get it on that, but it went out of bounds anyway, and the Rams will get the turnover. Now substitution, Tyler Tanzel into the ball game will replace Bobby Harris for Central State. Jim Seward uses all of his bench. All of his players get PT. I mean, they all have minutes. A lot of minutes. All right, Thompson with the ball for the Rams, just to the left of the circle. Mason, top of the key. It won't fall. Rebound, Bobby Darnell, and he is fouled as he goes to the hoop. That will be, I think, against Scott Moody. 3-4. Scott Moody, his first foul. Team foul number 2 on Central State. 15-13 Central. 12:41 to go, first half of play. Rams will inbound from underneath the Central State basket. Substitution as Scott Streller checks back in for Tyler Tanzel. John Thompson will inbound, left side of the Central basket. In up high, Darrell Collins, left wing. Collins with a dribble, goes to Mason, now to Thompson. Left corner, three-pointer, pops it. Rams lead 16-15 on a three-pointer from John Thompson from the left corner. Ed Messbarger up cheering his team on. Down the floor, De La Garza, left wing, feed it to the baseline, Streller. Streller looking, now feed it inside, whistle foul, as Mason will be called for a reach-in on Kelvin McCain. Robert Jones will confirm that. 1-4, Mason's second foul, team foul 5. Rams cannot afford to get into foul trouble, especially with Jeff Fudge on the bench. Into the ball game, and Kip Heinrichs back in, replaces Eric Rump. Or excuse me, De La Garza also back in. Chris McDonald replaces Eric Rump now. 16-15 Rams. Central's ball. Inbound up high. Goes to McDonald. McDonald right side into the paint. Puts up a jumper. Won't fall. Chris Simple with a rebound for the Rams. Out to Darrell Collins. Here come the Rams running down the floor. Collins to Mason. Mason right side of the lane. Won't fall. Rebound knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Central State. Rams will have it underneath the Bronco basket. 16-15. No, they say it's going to Central State. The crowd didn't like it, but that's kind of what I thought to begin with. I thought it was a Ram that last touched it, even though I'm on the other side of the bench. But it does go to Central. Now the other way. Here is McCain, top of the circle. Right side, Streller goes to the right baseline. Up for a shot. Got it. Scott Streller. Thought he might have walked with that. But regardless, 17-16. It's Central State back on top. 11:43 to go, first half of play. Very quick first half so far. Darrell Collins has it on the right side. Now double team, has the ball knocked away, gets it back. Now goes to Thompson. Three-pointer right corner. In and out, no good. Rebound chased down, goes out of bounds. Last touch by Central State this time. And Rams will get it. Bobby Harris back in for Central State. Harris replaces... I'm not sure he replaced. Rams will have it near the left corner. Darrell Collins will inbound. Collins has the ball in his hand. Does so to Thompson, way up high. Thompson out to Collins, left corner. Thompson double team, gets it to Mason. Mason will back it back out. Now to Collins. Feed it into Simple. In the paint, turnaround up and no good. Rebound Thompson. He's fouled as he goes to the hoop. Actually fouled as he rebounded it. Check and see if the foul is on. 4-2. It's Chris McDonald, his second. Team foul number 3. Rams will have it on the floor. 17-16 Central. 11-13 first half of play. John Thompson to inbound. Again from the left wing. Does so to Mason, left baseline. Mason, left side of the lane. Shot is no good. Rebound out to Central State. Scott Streller came down with it. Out quickly to Heinrichs. Heinrichs goes to the baseline. Ball knocked away. Goes out of bounds. Turnover against Central State. Actually, it was not knocked away. It's just that it could not be controlled, I think, by McDonald. So the Rams get it on the turnover. 11 minutes to go first half. Rams trail by a point. 17-16. A lot of action. It almost seems like U.S. International and Loyola Marymount. Not that much scoring, though. Thank goodness. This broadcaster would go crazy. Simple, top of the key, out to Mason, left wing. Now to Collins, top of the circle, left side, over to John Thompson. Now Mason, top of the circle, right side, Collins. Collins started to shoot from 24, thought better of it. Now will dribble out. 12 on the shot clock. Mason, three-pointer left wing, won't fall. Rebound out to Central State. Well, took a double bounce. Rams almost got it back. Now Heinrichs down the floor. Darrell Roberts will check in just a moment for Angelo State. Heinrichs down to the baseline. Here's turnaround. Shot no good by McCain. Rebound out to Bobby Darnell. Out to John Thompson. Thompson quickly down the floor, down the left side. Goes to the corner. Now we'll bring the ball back out. Goes to Collins. Under 10 minutes first half. 1 point lead for Central. Now to the Thompson. Left corner now to Simple. Right, left side. Collins open for three. It won't fall. Rebound out to Central State. McDonald. Well, the balls are hitting the rim and just won't fall. Now here's a shot underneath. Blocked. Harris blocked, I think, by Darnell. Collins the other way. Mason, right side of the lane, fouled as he goes to the hoop. Now Darrell Roberts, well, let's check and see who the foul is on. I couldn't check. We'll have to check and see. Now into the ball game. De La Garza for Central. And Roberts for the Rams. Fouls on Kip Heinrichs. That's his first, team 4. At the line, Chris Mason will shoot 2 for the Rams. Mason, an 81% free throw shooter. He's hitting 89%, actually 895 in conference play. Mason ready. Takes his time. First free throw, no good. Back of the iron. Howard will come in for Mason if he hits the second free throw. Mason with one of his rare misses. He's only missed, well, he's missed 16 now this year. Hit 62. And missed the second one. Rolled in and out. Basket is not being cooperative to the Rams in the first half of play. Rebound out to Central. De La Garza with the ball. Goes to the left wing. Feed it inside to McCain. His turnaround won't fall. Streller with the board. Puts it up, won't fall again. Battle for the rebound, out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Central. Out of the ball game. Tim Howard comes in, replaces Chris Mason. By the way, the ball did go to the Rams. Check that. It was touched last by Central, so Rams have the ball. Trailing by 1, 17-16. 9:07 to go. Over to Tim Howard. Howard right side. Collins right corner. Ed Messbarger calling out instructions to his team. Collins goes to Thompson. Thompson drives right baseline. Underneath to Darrell Roberts. Reverse layup won't fall. Tip up Simple won't fall. That'll be a foul on Simple. He went over the back, I think, Chris McDonald. And Simple with his first foul. Team foul number 6. This is ASU Ram basketball on your Major League Sports Station. KTEO AM FM San Angelo. I'm John Hendry here from the PE Center at the campus of Angelo State University. Rams trail 17-16. As back into the ball game, Eric Rupp. We haven't had any scoring in a while. We went wild for a few minutes. All of a sudden, it slowed down. Rupp has it, top of the key. Looks. Now feed the ball in. Ball stripped from McCain. John Thompson stripped McCain. Down the floor. Thompson up for the layup. Foul as he goes to the hoop. It may be on Rupp. Jade Washman will tell us. Now it's on 3-2 Scott Streller. His first, team 5. 8:34 in the half. John Thompson will shoot 2 free throws for the Rams. Thompson is averaging 61% from the line. 67% in conference play. Free throw is up. Good. And the Rams get their first free throw of the game. Thompson will shoot again. 17-17, 8:34 to go. Thompson's second free throw, no good. Rebound tipped out, though. John Thompson on a tip out from Chris Simple. Now to Darrell Collins. 8:28 left. Thompson has it left wing. Open for 3. Off the mark, and the rebound this time to De La Garza. That one was a little bit strong. Going the other way, rough to the baseline, and couldn't get the layup, and Darrell Roberts will be called for the foul. Ed Messbarger is up, and he's not too pleased with the play of his team, and he just told him about it, too. Roberts' first foul, team foul number 7. Your Major League Sports Station, KTEO AM FM San Angelo. Texas Ranger Baseball debuts April 4th. The Rangers and Detroit. All the action will be on 1340 AM KTEO all season long. Rupp hits the first free throw. He has 4 points now. His second one also good. And Central up by 2, 19-17. Ram Bells have already been upset tonight, 75-73 by Central State. And the Broncos would like nothing more than to do the same tonight to the league-leading Rams. Thompson now left side, Darrell Roberts. Collins top of the circle. Collins with the ball. Now it goes to Tim Howard, left corner. Howard dribbles out. Thompson top of the circle. Now over to Collins. Collins tries the right baseline, puts a short jumper up. This one won't fall. And the rebound out to Central State. Tim Howard went up for it. Ball was still in the cylinder, and he couldn't touch it, and he knew it. Streller, right baseline, won't fall. Rebound this time, John Thompson. Rams run it down. Here's Collins. Collins into the paint. Underneath, Tim Howard got the slam. Howard makes it 19-all, his 5th point of the night. We're tied at 19, 7.5 left. Rupp has it, left side of the circle. Now feed it inside. McCain, his turnaround won't fall. Rebound, Darrell Roberts. Out to Darrell Collins. Collins down the right side, feeds in underneath Tim Howard. Right side of the lane, goes up for the shot, fouled by Bobby Harris. Harris caught out of position on that one. His first, team foul 6. And a timeout to Central State. 7:10 to go in the first half. Our score, Angelo 19, Central 19. Back in 60 seconds on the KTEO Rams Sports Network.
At your service for over 3 years in the substantial penalty for early withdrawal. Some restrictions apply.
Back at the PE Center, 7 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Central State called the timeout to discuss their strategy, and we are ready to go back to play. At the line is Tim Howard. Howard will be shooting 2 for the Rams. Tim with 5 points tonight. He is a 71% free throw shooter, shooting 62 in conference play. Howard's first free throw is good. Howard now with 6 points. Rams go up 20-19. It's their first lead since they led 16-15. The crowd got quiet real quick. Howard's second shot also good. Tim with 7 points, 21-19. Rams back on top as De La Garza down the floor for the Central State Broncos. Goes to the left side to Rump. Rump now to the right side. Streller at the corner. Feed the ball inside. Turnaround McCain. It falls. Kelvin McCain fall away from 10. 21-all. 6:51 to go first half of play. Tonight, of course, Cameron is at Abilene Christian. West Texas is at Texas A&I. And Eastern New Mexico at East Texas State. Simple in the paint. His turnaround. Got it. Chris Simple on a feed from Darrell Collins, I believe. 23-21. Rams hit. 6.5 to go first half of play. De La Garza, left side Rump. He calls the play out to De La Garza about 30 feet away, center. De La Garza now dribbles, looks to the right wing. Goes to the baseline, back outside Rump. He is center with the ball, looks to the right, goes to De La Garza. 23-footer. Whoa! De La Garza with 3, and it's 24-23 Central State. That's the second three-pointer for the Broncos. Rams also have 2. One from Howard and Thompson. Thompson has the ball, goes top of the key, shoots from there. It won't fall, whistle and a foul on the rebound. And that will be on Bobby Harris, a push-off, either on Roberts or Simple. That'll be his second foul, team 7, so Rams in the bonus. Substitutions, Chris McDonald and Kip Heinrichs back in for Central State as Eric Rump and Kelvin McCain go to the line. It will be Darrell Roberts at the line. He'll shoot a 1-and-1. Roberts shooting 66% from the line, 35 of 53 on the year. Darrell is 63% in conference play. And Darrell to shoot 2, got the first one. Ball game tied up again at 24. 5:56 first half of play. Roberts to shoot again and missed this one. The rebound at the Central State. 24-all, 5:52 to go. And Central with the ball, De La Garza down the left side. Goes to the baseline. Here is Heinrichs. His shot got it. Kip Heinrichs from the left side of the lane, 26-24 Central. 5:38 to go. The game last time was tied. It was tied at 29, and the Rams went on a big run to take a 12-point lead at the half. About at this time, Darrell Collins open for a minute, top circle, won't take it. Tim Howard will take it from the left corner, three-pointer, won't fall. Chris Simple with the board. Simple, right side of the lane, off the glass, won't fall. Rebound, Darrell Roberts won't fall. Foul, Darrell Roberts over the back of Bobby Harris. Chris Mason now checks into the ball game for the Rams. And Darryl Roberts' second foul. Mason into the ball game, and he replaces John Thompson. Bobby Harris will shoot 1-1 for Central State. Harris is a 24% free throw shooter. 24 of 98. He's shooting 18% in conference play. 24 of 98 on the year. His free throw is no good, and the rebound, though, is brought down by Heinrichs. Now a long shot bomber from De La Garza, and we have a whistle and what? The two coaches are going to converse with Robert Jones. All right, they're talking about the air horn that is in the gym, and
air horn, get it out of here.
And now Ed Messbarger is talking to the public address announcer, and the officials, of course, have the right to tell the air horn to go out of the gymnasium, and they have just done that. Now, if that air horn blows again, it would be a technical foul against the Rams. The crowd doesn't like that, but that is the official's discretion. All right, 29-24. Rams trail by 5 after the three-pointer by De La Garza. Darryl Collins has the ball. Collins goes to the right wing. Now feed it out Tim Howard, right corner. Howard now to Simple, top of the circle. Left side goes to Collins. Collins drives left baseline. His jumper won't fall. Roberts tipped it up. It won't fall. Rebound chased out by Central State, but it went out of bounds. Scott Speller tried to chase it and couldn't quite get to it. Jim Seward up and telling his people he didn't care for that. 4:49 to go, first half of play. Rams trail by 5 to Central State. As Tim Howard has it left corner. Now to Collins, top of the circle. Right side to Chris Mason, who checked in. Mason holding the ball. Now to Collins, top of the circle. Feed it into Simple, right side of the lane. Up for a shot off the glass, won't fall. Rebound, Tim Howard. He goes up and lays it in. Howard now with 9 points, 29-26. Of course, the Rams have got to get that inside game going. And that helped right there. Streller, top of the circle. Now feed the ball back outside Heinrichs. Heinrichs over to De La Garza, who looks back at Jim Stewart, gets his instructions. Stewart now over to Heinrichs on the left wing. He calls out a play. We'll give the ball to Harris, top of the circle. Now goes right side, De La Garza. 4:05 in the half now to Heinrichs. 21 on the shot clock. Heinrichs now goes right side. Now he's going to have to pass it. Finally does De La Garza. Top of the key, back outside Harris. Harris in the left wing. 12 on the shot clock. Harris now back to De La Garza. Beat it to the baseline. The streaking McDonald missed the layup. Whistle foul on the rebound. Darryl Roberts went for the rebound, and Chris McDonald backing up for the rebound, and Roberts will get called for the foul. Roberts pulls his third foul. And into the ball game, Chuck Phelps and Bobby Darnell. And going to the line, Chris McDonald will shoot a 1-and-1, I believe. McDonald, we said, a 24% free throw shooter. It will be a 1-and-1. Shot is up and got it. McDonald now is 1 of 2 and will shoot the bonus. It is now a 4-point lead for Central State. Clint Ellis will check in if the free throw is good, and McDonald hits both free throws. 31-26. Ellis comes in for Darryl Collins. He can bomb the three-pointer, and Kelvin McCain into the ball game. He replaces McDonald for Central State. Ellis will take the ball down the floor for the ASU Rams. Ellis plays the point. Now it goes to the right side of the corner. It goes to Chris Mason. Mason out to Chuck Phelps, right wing. Phelps with the ball. Now back to Mason. Mason will go to center to Clint Ellis. Ellis back to Mason, right wing. Mason now to Phelps, top of the circle. 3:26 left. Feed into Bobby Darnell. Turnaround, left side of the lane. Got it. Bobby Darnell with 4 points. 31-28. Rams again trail by 3. 3:15 to go in the first half of play. Down the floor is Derek Rum. Check that, De La Garza. Now goes to Streller. Right wing way up high. Over to Heinrichs. Heinrichs with the ball. Will dribble out. Now it goes to Harris. Harris just to the left. Now to Streller, left wing. 20 on the shot clock. Whistle, and we have a pushing foul away from the play. Apparently Chris Mason's going to be called for something. He's protesting the call, saying he got pushed away, and Mason's just drawn his third foul. Crowd didn't care for that. A 1-and-1, and it'll be Kelvin McCain at the line to shoot the 1-and-1. McCain is 73% free throw shooter. And John Reese will check in for the Rams as McCain hits the free throw. And he'll come in for Chris Mason, who'll leave with 3 fouls. Rams with 2 players with 3 fouls, Mason and Roberts. Of course, Jeff Fudge on the bench, suffering from flu, unable to play. McCain will shoot again. It's up and is also good. McCain with 8 points, 33-28. Rams trail by 5. Ellis down the floor, across the half-court line, goes to Phelps way up high. 2:45 first half. Ed Messbarger telling his team to take it down. Phelps gives it back to Ellis. Ellis tried the alley-oop inside. Tim Howard knocked away Ellis. Top of the key. It won't fall. Rebound, Darnell. Bobby Darnell on the offensive board. 33-30. It was dangerously close to being basket interference. But was it? And now a whistle. And we have one. The official has called a brief timeout, and apparently because we have moisture on the floor. That's why. And he waited until there was no fast break opportunity to call that. And that'll give Eric Rupp a chance to check in and replaces. Who's he going to replace? He's going to replace Robbie Harris. 2:21 left in the half, 33-30 Central State. Streller will inbound from the half-court line. Does so to Heinrichs. Heinrichs in the left wing will take the dribble. Goes back to Streller. Streller now trying to feed the ball in. An interesting offense that Central is running. I wish I had time to describe it to you. It's almost, I don't know how to describe it. Here's De La Garza, three-pointer from outside. Shot no good, but the rebound, Kelvin McCain. And he lays it in easily, 35-30. Rams got beat on that one. And now here's John Reese with the ball. Reese in the right wing. Goes to Chuck Phelps, right corner. Back to Reese. Reese now back out to Clint Ellis. Ellis calls the play. Now goes to the left wing, back over to John Reese. 25 on the shot clock, minute 37 on the game clock. Reese now back to Ellis, top of the circle. Ellis dribbles to the left wing, starts to feed it in, back now to Reese. Reese back outside, minute 28 left. Reese now back to Ellis. He'll shoot a three-pointer. I told you he could bomb him, and he did. Here's a three-pointer the other way by Kelvin McCain. He bombs it. 38-33. Minute 9 left. Now Ellis goes to Johnny Reese, left wing, back to Ellis. Ellis starts to go, now goes out to Chuck Phelps. Phelps back to Ellis, 57 seconds, 30 on the shot clock. To Reese, back to Ellis. Ellis, 23-footer. This one won't fall. Rebound, though, out to Bobby Darnell. Right baseline, back out to Ellis. Rams will get another chance. Now Reese, left corner, will dribble it out, back to Ellis. Ellis, Tim Howard, right side. He started to shoot, back to Ellis. Ellis now back to Rams. Bring out Darrell Collins, Chris Mason, Tim Howard, Chuck Phelps, Bobby Darnell. And for Central State, they bring out Kelvin McClain. Ball stolen away. Darrell Collins with the steal and gets the layup. Collins gets the steal and the layup. And the Rams trail now by 1, 38-37. Central State with McCain, Scott Steller, Chris McDonald, Kip Heinrichs, and Bobby Harris. Going the other way, shot up and no good by Harris. Whistle and a foul on the rebound. Maybe a push, and it is a push on Scott Streller on the rebound. Streller called for a push away from the play. That's his second, team first. And that's a good break for the Rams. They can take the lead this trip down the floor. Darrell Collins down the floor for the Rams. Central State still in that tight defense. And it's so amazing. These two defenses look similar. The men's and the women's defense for Central State. It's like they're playing the same ball game. Feed the ball into Bobby Darnell. His shot rejected. Foul called, though. Darnell was going to the hoop. I think it's going to be on Bobby Harris, and that is the case as Harris draws his third foul. Team foul number 2 on Central State. Bobby Darnell will go to the line to shoot 2 for the Angelo State Rams. Darnell had 6 points in the first half, did not go to the free throw line. He's a 67% free throw shooter, 32 of 48 on the year. Bobby will shoot 2 for the Rams. First one good. Bobby now with 7 points, and the Rams are tied at 38. Bobby will have another opportunity. Second free throw is up and is also good. 8 points for Darnell. 39-38. Rams have the lead over Central State. Down the floor, here's Heinrichs, goes to the left wing. Now to McCain. Kelvin McCain goes back to Heinrichs, top of the circle now. McCain working against Darrell Collins. Now goes to the baseline. Here's Streller. Baseline jumper, got it. Scott Streller about 12 feet away. Makes it 40-39. Central back on top by 1. 18:50 to go in the ball game. Full house here tonight at the PE Center. They're great crowds all year long. We certainly hope you'll be out here Monday for Cameron. Into Tim Howard off the left side. Feed from Darrell Collins, and Howard, his first basket of the second half. He now has 11 points. 41-40, Rams by a point. Down the other way, Kip Heinrich stolen away. Up, he got it right back, though. Here's a three-pointer from McCain. He pops it. Kelvin McClain with 16. Rams were begging for traveling. I thought McCain had his feet on the floor. Robert Jones says, no, he had him on the floor. And here's Darrell Collins. Rams trail by 2. Here's Chuck Phelps, right side, feed it in. Tim Howard. Howard with the slam. And we are tied at 43. 18 minutes exactly to go. Clock stops as ball went out of play. And that gives Scott De La Garza a chance to come in for Kip Heinrichs. And De La Garza will run the offense for the Central State Broncos. Get the ball in. Here's McCain, top of the circle. Right side, Streller, three-pointer on the way. It's no good. Rebound, Chris Mason for the Rams. Mason down the floor. Tim Howard all the way. Slams it, charging. And Howard is hurt. Foul on Tim Howard, and no basket. Crowd, as you can tell, does not like the play or not like the call. But I think it was De La Garza. He was set. And Howard got the slam. And now Howard is hurt. He came down on that ankle hard. Now, since the trainer has come out, he'll have to come out of the ball game. And Tim Howard is hurt. John Reese will check in. That could be costly. Howard does have to go out of the ball game. And he's walking it off. It should be okay. Howard came down, and his left ankle appeared to be the one hurting. Of course, he's got a big thigh pad on his right thigh. We are tied at 43. Howard's basket did not count because of the charging call. That could be a costly one. Only the second turnover for the Rams. Here is Kelvin McCain, right corner. Will dribble around. Now outside to Chris McDonald. McDonald goes now back to the left. Here's Scott Streller, left wing. Streller with the basketball. Now to De La Garza, top of the circle. Calls the play. De La Garza against Darrell Collins. Dribbles to the left, goes to the baseline. McCain, his turnaround is no good. Rebound. Harris, his trip to the ball. It's on the floor. McCain gets it and puts it in. 18 for McCain, 45-43. Rams got stripped of that one. They should have had that rebound. 45-43. Howard is walked off and seems to be okay now. Should check in momentarily. Darrell Collins goes to the left wing. Feed the ball inside. Bobby Darnell a little high. He puts it up off the glass. Won't fall. Tips it up, though, and in. 9 points for Bobby Darnell. We're tied at 45. 16:41 to go in the ball game. 45 all. The Rams and the Broncos. A tight ball game here at the PE Center. Streller with the ball. Holds it up high. Now to Bobby Harris to the left side of the circle. Harris now will dribble. Goes out to McCain. Kelvin McCain has the ball up high. Now to De La Garza on the right wing. De La Garza with the dribble, feeding inside to Harris for the layup. Got it. Bobby Harris with 4 points, 47-45. I wish I could think of the words to describe how Central runs their offense. It's a unique way of doing it, and it has worked. Feed it in. John Reese all alone under the basket. Long feed from Darryl Collins. 47 all. 15:54 left. What a play by the Rams. Streller, give it out to McDonald. McDonald with the ball, right wing, trying to get rid of it. Bodies fly everywhere. De La Garza, three-pointer, pops it top of the circle. He has 3 3-pointers, 50-47. Now the other way. Darryl Collins across the half-court line. Has the ball knocked away from him. Foul De La Garza. His first team 3. He knocked it away, but he got the wrist. If you can imagine, one player on the left wing at Central State has everyone else on the right wing. They go to the top of the circle and then drive into the basket. And it just goes constantly round and round. That is Central State's offense. And it has worked for him. Eric Rump back into the ball game for Central State. Collins with the ball, left wing. Phelps top of the key. Now back out to Collins. Beat it into Bobby Darnell. Got it. 50-49. Rams trail by 1. 15:15 to go. De La Garza goes left side Rump. Now Rump will dribble to the top of the circle. Now left side Bobby Harris. Here goes the offense again. Everyone goes from the left wing and goes in. Now they change the offense. De La Garza has the top of the circle. Left wing goes to McCain. Kelvin McCain goes top of the circle. Hands it over to De La Garza. 22 on the shot clock. De La Garza now drives to the left baseline over to McCain. McCain now drives in. 2 of the Rams hit the 4 shot. No good. Rebound Streller. He puts it up. No good. Rebound Harris. He's rejected by Darnell. Ball goes out now. Whistle and a foul from behind as Darryl Collins called for the foul. Rams were begging for a foul underneath and didn't get it. That'll be the first foul on Collins and the second on the Rams. Now Daryl Roberts will check in for the Rams, and Roberts will replace Bobby Darnell. 14:40 to go in the ball game. 50-49. Rams trail Central by 1. Inbound goes to McCain. He pops it from three-point land from the left-right corner. McCain with 21 points. It's 53-49. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 three-pointers for Central State. And they lead by 4. Darryl Collins with the ball for the Rams. Up high. Now calls the play. Goes to John Reese in the right wing. The corner to Chuck Phelps. Phelps back to Reese. 23-footer off the mark. Rebound chased down by Central State. De La Garza comes up with it. Goes left side. Here's McCain, 22. This one won't fall. Rebound fought for. On the floor, goes out of bounds. Rams get it. Now Tim Howard will check back in for Angelo State. Howard's okay, and he will replace John Reese. 14 minutes exactly to go. 53-49. Central State is on top. Central State has won 2 of their last 3 ball games. They lost to Eastern New Mexico last Monday. Feed the ball inside to Darryl Roberts underneath for the layup. Darryl's first basket of the ball game. 53-51. Rams trail by 2. On the floor here is Eric Rump with the ball, left wing. Now dribbles center. Goes back to the left, Bobby Harris. Harris goes to the left wing and got the line to the basket. Rams defense opened up that time. 55-51. All right, here are the Rams down the floor. Darryl Collins has it over to Chris Mason. 23-footer off the mark, well off the mark. McCain with a rebound out to De La Garza. De La Garza now to the baseline to Harris. Left side back to De La Garza. Now to Rump on the right side. Gives it to McCain, top of the circle. McCain looking, now feeds to the baseline. Bobby Harris will back it out. Now back over to Rump. Rump calls a new play. Now goes to the right side. Harris lost the ball. Got it back, though, before it went out of bounds. Now back over to Rump. Top of the circle goes to Streller. Streller with the ball. Looking. Now holds it. Goes to Rump on the left side over to De La Garza. 12:44 to go. 15 on the shot clock. De La Garza on the left wing. Goes baseline. McCain's turnaround. Went in. Kelvin McCain with 23 points. And the Rams want a timeout. 12:32 to go in the ball game. Our score, Angelo State 51, Central State 57. Back in 60 seconds on the KTEO Rams Sports Network.
At your service for over 3 years in the same location and dedicated to caring for your clothes like only at the Central Bank. Member FDIC. Substantial penalty for early withdrawal. Some restrictions apply.
57-51, Central State leads the ASU Rams. Rams took the timeout. Tim Howard has it right corner. Back to Chuck Phelps. Phelps back to Howard. Open for a minute. Will drive the right baseline. 15-footer. Won't fall. Rebound. Knocked out of bounds. John Thompson couldn't control it. And the Rams set up full court pressure. As it'll be De La Garza at inbound. Now we have a whistle and what? Oh, it's into the ball game is Chris McDonald. He replaces Eric Rump. 57-51. Inbound pass goes in to who is in the ball game? Scott Moody, who had checked in. Moody now goes over to De La Garza. De La Garza down the floor. Over to McCain. Now back to De La Garza center. Now some more scores we'll pass on to you in just a moment from the Lone Star Conference. It is De La Garza with the ball. Now give the ball over to Chris McDonald. McDonald ball stolen away. Rams get it. Here's John Thompson going for the layup. Got it. Thompson. 57-53. Rams trail by 4. Again, full court pressure. De La Garza gets it in. It goes to Tyler. Hansel Tyler now back to De La Garza. Trying to keep him in the backcourt. De La Garza feed across the timeline. It goes to Bobby Harris on the left wing. Harris back over to De La Garza. East Texas beat Eastern New Mexico women tonight 88-78. East Texas leads Eastern New Mexico men 61-41 in the second half. Going the other way, here's McDonald going to the baseline. Shot won't fall. Rebound out to Darrell Roberts. Out to John Thompson. Thompson running down the floor. Has the ball knocked away. Knocked out of bounds. Rams turn it over. Third one. Second of this half. 11:17 to go. Rams trail by 4. 57-53. Back into the ball game. Scott Streller and Eric Rump for Central State. Replacing McDonald and Scott Moody. Here's the inbound into Scott De La Garza. Tim Howard putting pressure on him in the backcourt. He passes across the timeline and gets it over to McCain. I thought De La Garza was going to land in my lap for a minute. De La Garza back with the ball now to the right wing. Now center to Rump. Rump. Here's the alley-oop. McCain. Rams, that's their play, and Central State ran it to perfection. The alley-oop to McCain. Here's Tim Howard, three-pointer on the way, pops it. Howard with 16 points, 59-56. That's Tim's second three-pointer of the night. Only the third, excuse me, that'd be the fourth for the Rams. Central State's got, what did I say, 9 or 7? Too many. Here's a three-pointer on the way, no good for Central State. A whistle and a foul on the rebound. And Darrell Roberts will be called for that one. That'll be Darrell's fourth foul. Team foul number 3. And Bobby Darnell will come into the ball game for Angelo State, and he'll replace Darrell Roberts. Scott De La Garza, the man foul, not a shooting foul, is on the rebound. So it'll be Central's ball underneath. De La Garza inbound does so to Rump on the left wing. Rump dribbles around. Now we'll hand it back to De La Garza. De La Garza looks to the bench, gets instructions, almost charges into Collins. Now it goes baseline. McCain rejected Thompson. Oh, what a rejection by John Thompson. Out to Darrell Collins. Collins out to Thompson to the baseline. Phelps, 19-footer, won't fall. Rebound out of bounds will be Rams ball. John Thompson made a phenomenal play defensively. All right, Phelps to inbound for the Rams. Gets it into Thompson, left wing. Thompson now back out to Darrell Collins. Collins holds the ball. Now will dribble. 10 minutes to go in the game. Beat it to Tim Howard. Left side of the lane. Turn around. Got it. Howard with 18 points. 59-58. It's a one-point game with 9:50 to go. Rams have got a 7-point lead to 1. 9:44 left, and Central State wants a timeout. 9:43 to go. Central 59, Rams 58. Back in 60 seconds on the KTEO Rams Sports Network.
Partners Dance Hall in Eola is proud to sponsor the basketball program of Angelo State University. Partners Dance Hall in Eola offers good fun, good friends.
Wiener Schnitzel, 3205 Sherwood Way.
Back at the PE Center, 9 minutes and 43 seconds to go in our ball game. Central State 59, Angelo State 58. Central State called the timeout to discuss strategy. They'll hand the ball as we go back to play. Rumpf gets the inbound pass over to De La Garza. Scott De La Garza now goes to the left side to Scott Streller. Streller now to McCain, top of the circle. Right side to Rumpf. Central seems to be spreading the offense out, looking for the open man. Rams, of course, in their 2-3 zone. Now De La Garza has the ball. On the center up high. Now dribbles back to the right wing. Way up high. 14 on the shot clock. Now McCain back to De La Garza. Now alley-oop try underneath McCain. Whistle. And oh my, De La Garza, or actually it was Kelvin McCain, hit the ball, hit the floor very, very hard. And he just ran right over one of the Rams. And the foul will be on Bobby Darnell. Darnell never saw Kelvin McCain. Kelvin McCain came from right behind Bobby Darnell. Now Darnell was moving, but McCain was behind him and went on the alley-oop. McCain went over Darnell's back. Darnell is called for the foul. And McCain hits the ground hard on the alley-oop play. Now, the Central State people are saying, hey, it should be an ejection. I'm not so sure that it shouldn't have been a charging foul, to be quite honest with you, because of the fact that Bobby Darnell never saw McCain coming from behind him. Now, the attendants are attending to McCain. The fans are trying to jump all over Central State because Central State is still protesting the fact that it should have been an ejection. McCain is up, and he just had the wind knocked out of him. He'll be back. 59-58, and now Chris McDonald will check in for Central State. And what I'm also amazed is they didn't call it a shooting foul. All right, ball will be inbounded from underneath as De La Garza does so. Goes to Eric Rumpf. Rumpf up high, almost carried the ball. Now gives it back to De La Garza. De La Garza way up high. Now will drive to the left wing. Gets the ball now back to Rumpf. Rumpf takes a three. Now calls the play, goes to the left wing. Feed it back to De La Garza on the left wing. Feed the ball inside. We have whistle push off, and that will be against Scott Streller. He pushed off, I think, Chet Phelps. And Streller has just drawn his third foul. Team foul number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 59-58, and the Rams get the ball. That'll be an offensive turnover. Darryl Collins down the floor. Goes to John Thompson, right wing. Thompson, a 25-footer on the way, well off the mark. Battle for the rebound. It's brought down by Central State. Ed Messbarger up, and not too happy with the fact that Thompson shot the ball very quickly. De La Garza almost lost the ball. Now it goes right side to Chris McDonald. Back to De La Garza. De La Garza now to the left to Rumpf. Back to De La Garza. 8:20 to go. Rams trail by 1. Right side, McDonald at the corner. Back to De La Garza. De La Garza with the dribble. 19 on the shot clock. Now goes left side, Rumpf. He'll shoot from 23 and popped it. Eric Rumpf, his second three-pointer. He was wide open and took it. 62-58. John Thompson has it left side. Thompson with the ball. Now goes to the right side. Darryl Collins. Collins to Chuck Phelps. The right corner. Back to Collins. Three-pointer on the way. He pops it. Darryl Collins with 5 points. 62-61. And with a bit of full-court pressure, Rumpf has it in the backcourt. Now tries to get rid of it. Now still has the ball. Now gets rid of it. It's to Streller in the backcourt. They have 3 seconds to get it across. De La Garza has it. They didn't do it. 10-second violation, and Central wants a timeout. 7:36 to go. Central 62, Rams 61. Back in 60 on the KTEO Rams Sports Network.
At your service for over 3 years in the same location.
However, at those times, you have the option of renewing at the higher rate or withdrawing your funds and the earned interest. No matter how the market fluctuates, you can't lose with a step-up CD from the Central Bank. Substantial penalty for early withdrawal. Some restrictions apply.
Rams have the ball as we go back to play as John Thompson has it top of the circle. Goes left side, Darryl Collins. Shot clock at 25. Collins goes to the corner. It's knocked out of bounds. And last touch, they say, by Scott De La Garza. More scores to pass on to you. 11 minutes to go. Texas A&I leads West Texas 55-51. West Texas women won 71-57 over the Lady Javelinas. We'll have, of course, hopefully all finals for you in our post-game show. So listen for that. Tim Howard, left corner, shot clock at 11. Now Collins, feed the ball in. Bobby Darnell got the layup. Darnell on a feed from Collins. The Rams back on top. Full court pressure as De La Garza, double team, finally gets the ball away. It is almost knocked out of bounds. It is saved by Harris. Oh, boy. Now over to Scott Streller. Streller, McCain, right side. He can pop it. Now over to McDonald on the left wing. Outside it goes De La Garza. 6:38 left. Rams by one, 63-62. Here is McCain with the ball. Now goes baseline Streller, right side. Down to the right side. McDonald, he drives the baseline, slams it. Tim Howard slipped, and McDonald got around him. 64-63. Tim has it on the right corner. Over to John Thompson. Collins, top of the circle. Looks back over to Thompson. Now to Howard. Feed it in. Bobby Darnell. Right side lane out to Thompson. Feed it underneath to Phelps. Left side of the lane. Got it. The ball, and he's fouled. Foul is on Chris McDonald. That's his third. Phelps' first basket of the ball game. And he'll go and shoot for the three-point play. Oh, mercy. 65-64 Rams, 6:05 left. And Phelps at the free throw. Chuck Phelps is a 75% free throw shooter, 12 of 16 on the year, 67% in conference play. Phelps' first basket of the ball game, believe it or not. His shot is no good. Rebound out to Central State. 65-64 Rams. 6 minutes exactly left. Central turned it over, going the other way. Long pass intended for Kip Heinrichs is too long. The Rams get it on the Central turnover. This is ASU Ram basketball on your Major League Sports Station, KTEO AM FM San Angelo. 5:54 left. Rams lead 65-64. They have the ball. John Thompson, right side, near the corner. Out to Mason. Now to Collins, left wing. Collins out to Thompson, top of the circle. To Phelps on the right wing. Phelps to Collins. Open for a minute. Will go into the paint. Puts up a jumper off the glass. Won't fall. Rebound out to Kelvin McCain. McCain gives it to Scott Streller. And Messmeyer upset about that play selection right there. De La Garza, left side. McCain open for a minute. Guarding before he can shoot. Now over to Heinrichs. Now it's stolen away. De La Garza. Now there's a whistle. That'll be a block on De La Garza. He held Darryl Collins from going to get the ball after Collins knocked it away. That'll be his second foul. Team foul number 6. Now substitutions. Chris McDonald in for Central and Tim Howard in for Angelo State. Howard replaces John Thompson. The Rams have Howard, Darnell, Mason, Collins, Phelps. The Rams want a towel now because there's some moisture on the floor at the far sideline. So Phelps will get a towel from the ball boy. We'll wipe up the moisture. And then we'll be ready to go back to play. 5:17 left in the game. 65-64 Rams lead. And they have the ball. They did not capitalize on their last trip. Let's see what they do now. Collins down the left side. Baseline goes to Tim Howard. Howard looks like he's hurting. He grimaced on that one. Phelps has it, feed into Howard, right side of the lane, up for the layup. He's fouled, and he couldn't get it to fall. Howard irritated with himself there. He knew that should have gone. Kelvin McCain's first foul, team foul number 7. John Thompson will check back in for Tim Howard in a minute. Howard will go to the free throw line. And Tim does appear to be hurting. He'll have 2 free throws. Howard with 18 points tonight. 2 free throws coming. His first free throw up and short. (65-64) Rams. 5:04 to go. Second free throw, good. Howard with 19 will leave. 66-64. John Thompson comes back in. Also into the ball game, Eric Ruff back in, replaces Chris McDonald for Central State. McDonald missed the towel toss. All right, Rams set up full court pressure. De La Garza to inbound. Gets it into Rupp at the backcourt. Rupp working against Darryl Collins. Still in the backcourt, has 5 seconds to get across. Still has the ball in the backcourt, has 2 seconds to get it across. One, didn't get it! Second 10-second violation for Central State. Howard back in for John Thompson. 4:53 left. Inbound goes into Darryl Collins, right in front of our broadcast position. Collins working on the right wing. Has the ball. Now goes to Mason on the left side. Mason feed into Bobby Darnell. Left baseline. Up for the layup. Got it. And the Rams lead by 4. Again, full court pressure. This time, De La Garza has a good line, and he'll be fouled by Chuck Phelps. Phelps trying to get the block. Ends up throwing his third foul. Team foul number 5. Now John Thompson will come back into the ball game. 68-64, Rams by 4. Is that their biggest lead of the game? I think so. I think so. All right, here's Central State with the ball. Left side goes to McCain. McCain left corner. Will dribble back out. Now to Streller, three-pointer, left corner. Oh, good. Rebound. Whistle foul. That'll be off Bobby Harris over the back of Darryl Collins. And the Rams will go to the free throw line.
Wait a minute, Tim. Wait a minute. Teammates.
And that is 4 fouls of Bobby Harris.
Got that?
Howard will go in for Chris Mason. Mason will go to the line. Mason will shoot a 1-and-1. Chris 0-2 from the line tonight. Normally an 80% free throw shooter. Mason has not scored in the second half. Chris is ready. 1-and-1 opportunity. Free throw up. Good. 9 points for Chris. This is ASU Ram basketball on your Major League Sports Station, KTEO AM FM San Angelo, brought to you by the Central Bank, Deluxe Cleaners, Der Wiener Schnitzel, and Partners Dance Hall. John Hendry from the PE Center. Rams lead by 5. Mason will try to make it 6. And does it. 10 for Mason. Rams lead by 6, 70-68. Now the inbound pass stolen away by Thompson. Thompson stole the inbound pass away. Now gives it all over. It goes to Phelps in the left corner. Phelps to Darryl Collins, top of the circle. Thompson on the right wing. Thompson now will dribble out. Goes to Mason, top of the circle. He'll shoot a 19-footer. It's short. Rebound, brought down, whistle, foul. John Thompson with a hold. That time on Bobby Harris. Thompson's first foul, team foul number 6 on the Rams. 70-64. Now Central will try to get the ball inbounds. It goes in to Harris, almost stolen away and knocked out of bounds. 42 on the shot clock. Of course, they'll still have 10 seconds to get the ball across the half court. Rams with full court pressure. They barely get the ball in time, as it is McCain of the backcourt. McCain long across the timeline. Stolen away. Thompson gonna go all the way. Burrow, he missed the slam. Thompson missed the slam. All alone. Got the steal and missed the slam. Oh, mercy. Going the other way, shot no good by McDonald, but it's laid in by Kelvin McCain. He has 27, 70-66. Rams had an easy steal, and Thompson couldn't slam it. And the Rams lost. That was a 4-point turnaround right there. 4-point lead for the Rams. They should have an 8-point lead. All right, here's Collins on the left wing. Over to Thompson, top of the circle. Right side, Chris Mason. Mason, Collins, top of the key, feed it inside Darnell. He lost the ball, still on the floor. It is picked up by Central. Rams turn it over, going the other way. Thompson stole it away and knocked it out of bounds. Was begging for a foul.
Partners Dance Hall in Eola is proud to sponsor the basketball program of Angelo State University. Partners Dance Hall in Eola offers good fun, good friends, and ice-cold Coors Light beer. Partners Dance Hall in Eola features some of the best live country music to be found in the Concho Valley. Partners.
Wiener Schnitzel, 3205 Sherwood Way.
We welcome you back to the PE Center. We're sorry for that brief time out there. Apparently GTE couldn't take the excitement of our broadcast here. Central State took a timeout. That is their fourth. They'll have the ball as we go back to play. 70-66. Rams with the lead. Central, though, has the ball. Get the ball in. It goes to Harris. Harris give it back out to De La Garza. De La Garza with the basketball. As it now goes to the left wing. Darryl Collins on him, goes baseline. McCain back outside De La Garza. Three-pointer on the way. Won't fall. Rebound, whistle, foul. And this one will be on, I think, Thompson. Off the back of Harris. No, it's on Bobby Darnell. And that'll be Bobby's second foul, team foul number 7. And Bobby Harris will go to the line for Central State. Harris missed his only free throw in the first half. He is a 24% free throw shooter. And he'll shoot 1 and 1. Thompson comes out as Tim Howard goes back in. Harris, a 24% free throw shooter. His free throw is no good. Rebound out to Bobby Darnell for the Rams. Harris may be the worst free throw shooter in the conference. I'm not sure. Well, I think he is. Well, there's a distinction you wouldn't want to have, would you? Rams have the ball. 2.5 left to go. And a 4-point lead. Mason into Darnell. Back to Mason. Now to Phelps, top of the circle. Phelps with the basketball. Outside to Collins. Collins going to feed it into Howard. Right side of the lane. Up for the soft jumper. Got it. 72-66. Rams by 6. On the other way, here's McDonald into the paint. Over, we have a whistle and a foul on the floor. Darryl Collins will be called for a foul. That'll be his second. And this will put McDonald at the line to shoot 1 and 1. McDonald is 2 of 3. He's a 67% free throw shooter. All right, so Chris McDonald will shoot a 1 and 1. Let's see, looking at Bobby Harris, he's now 24 of 101. That's his percentage now is 23. He's 7 of 41 in conference. As McDonald hits the free throw, that's 17%. McDonald has now hit 3 of 4. He has 7 points. It's back to a 5-point game. 2:06 left. It's going to be a barn burner to the wire. You can bet your boots on that. Second shot also good. McDonald with 8. It's 72-68. Down the floor, Darryl Collins to Tim Howard, right corner. Howard double team, dribbles, goes back out to Darryl Collins. Collins on the right wing, minute 54 left, shot clock at 32. Rams will take a little bit of time. Mason has it left wing, over to Chuck Phelps, left corner. Phelps back out to Mason. Now back out to Phelps. Back to Mason. Shot clock at 21 over to Collins. Collins right wing. Back over to Mason. Shot clock at 16. Mason will back it out. 13 on the shot clock. Minute 30 in the game. Now over to Phelps. 10 on the shot clock. Ball stolen away. Rams turn it over. 5th turnover at Hurt. Minute 26 left. Central has the ball. They trail by 4. McCain Streller, 25-footer. In and out, no good. Rebound, Tim Howard. Howard out to Darryl Collins. A minute 14 left. Shot clock at 41. Collins across the half-court line. Has it. Goes to the right side. Chuck Phelps. Phelps into Bobby Darnell. Back to Mason. Mason left side for the layup. Got it. 74-68. 57 seconds left. Going the other way to the baseline. McDonald won't fall. Rebound goes to Chris Mason. 50 seconds to go. Rams have a 6-point lead in the basketball. And De La Garza commits the foul on Darryl Collins in the backcourt. His 3rd foul. Darryl Collins will go to the line and shoot 1 and 1. John Thompson back into the ball game for the Angelo State Rams, and Tim Howard will take him. Well, no, it'll be Tim Howard taking the break. By the way, we failed to mention, of course, that Kelvin McCain had been back in the ball game. He took that very hard fall. Collins will go to the line for the Rams. Darryl, a 62% free throw shooter. 46 seconds to go. Rams with a 6-point lead. They win this, they will earn it. Collins missed the free throw. High rebound out to Chris Mason. Back out to Darryl Collins. Rams can run out the clock if they don't get fouled, of course. Mason has the ball near the half court, gets the ball over to Chuck Phelps. Phelps now back to Mason, over to John Thompson, back over to Chris Mason, now to Phelps, top of the circle. Phelps throws it right into the hands of Mike Jones. 30 seconds left. Rams with a 6-point lead, but Central State has the basketball. They also have 4 timeouts left. All right, inbound Streller goes to De La Garza. 28 seconds left. De La Garza to the left, now back to the right. McCain has Thompson all over him. Now puts up a jumper. Whistle and a foul. John Thompson can't believe that he was called for a foul as he put a hand right into Kelvin McCain's face, and McCain will shoot 2. He is 2 of 2 from the line tonight with 27 points. McCain at 17 against us up in Oklahoma. He's averaging 19-7, 23-7 in conference play. He'll shoot 2 free throws. McCain, a 73% free throw shooter. Now back into the ball game. Tim Howard for John Thompson. 21 seconds to go. Rams with a 6-point lead, 74-68. Another substitution as Darrell Roberts comes in. And Messbarger is playing mind games with Kelvin McCain. Chuck Phelps will come out. Phelps tonight only had 2 points, but boy, he's had a whalable ball game. And the free throw is no good by Kelvin McCain. Give that point right there to Ed Messbarger. 21 seconds left, 74-68. McCain got the second one. He is 28. And now a timeout called to Angelo State. They take, I checked that. I said Central State had 5. They had 1 timeout. Angelo takes a timeout. 21 seconds to go. And what a ball game. We will leave it here with 21 seconds left in the ball game. And the Rams leading by a score of 74-69. What an exciting ball game tonight on the KTEO Rams Sports Network, and we're certainly glad that you're with us tonight on KTEO. Over on Monday night, Cameron Aggies will come to town. Again, a doubleheader. We'll be on the air with 6 o'clock, about 5:55 with our women's pregame show, and we certainly hope that you can join us for that. Of course, the Rams have, after Monday night, we'll have 3 ball games left, 2 of those on the road. A big road trip to Amarillo and Portales against West Texas State and Eastern New Mexico. We will really be looking at that West Texas State and Texas A&I score, which is going on down in Kingsville tonight. 11 minutes left, and A&I had a 4-point lead over West Texas. Rams would like a 2-game cushion, I think. Inbound goes into Tim Howard. Tim was caught stepping out of bounds. 20 seconds left, and Central State will have the basketball. John Thompson back into the ball game for the Rams. Tim Howard will come back out. Tim, of course, as we told you, hurt his ankle earlier. He seems to be okay, although I think he has played in a little bit of pain. All right, here is Streller to inbound, does so to McDonald. McDonald, 3-pointer on the way, is off the mark. Rebound tipped back out to McDonald. 13 seconds. His jumper off the glass, no good. Follow-up, no good. Darnell with the rebound. Out to Mason. Out to Thompson. They got it. Buzzer sounds. Game's over. Rams win it. Final score. Angelo State 76. Central State 69. What a ball game. Stay tuned for the wrap-up show coming up next on KTEO.
This ASU Ram basketball game has been brought to you by the